Hello, hello, friends. This is Narayani Gaia, and today I want to speak with you about spiritual dating and relationships. Now, in the beginning of the spiritual path, you will feel like you are tired of dysfunctional relationships where, you felt disrespected, where energy wasn't clear, and you will start to cling to spiritual people and experiences so that you can feel safe and that you could feel met and that you could feel happy. Over time, you will be tested to see if you can hold that vibration, whether or not you are actually in those environments or not. And so, I want to talk about dating and love and the pitfalls that come up when you're seeking to find companionship, spiritual companionship that helps you to feel good or helps you to direct your love. Now, the spiritual relationship or the spiritual partnership is one that is not just always perfect and blissful, but one that's committed to return to compassion, understanding, and presence again and again. So, if you're looking for a relationship that's happy all the time, that just always makes you feel good no matter what, you may be missing out on the reality that all of us on the spiritual path are here to do the work to return to love, to return to compassion. And that if you find a really good match, they will bring up your stuff and give you a chance to move through it, shall you both choose to accept the challenge to do so. If, like in the beginning of the path, you're clinging to a community that's spiritual as your foundation for being happy, you may be missing out on the lesson for you to be able to hold that frequency of compassion within your own body and within your own being. Same thing when you're looking for a partner. If you're thinking that partner is going to give you pure joy, ease, flow all the time, you're missing out on an opportunity to learn. Now, here's something that you can look at if you're challenged in spiritual dating or you're challenged in an intimate relationship, that will help you to be able to communicate better with your partner or your potential partner. Let's go back to when we were children. So, when we were children, we had a lot of needs. We needed food, we needed shelter, we had survival needs. And as we grow up, if we get those needs met, we are not looking for people around us to mirror our parents. But most of us, even those that are very spiritual and awake, we are here to work out the karma of our family's line. So, what that means is when you meet somebody that you feel loved and seen by, chances are, if not in the first couple of months, that after 3 or 4 months, your issues will start to come up with that person. And so, what I want to invite you to consider is that you have an opportunity to begin to mm, uh, communicate what you need in partnership when you find yourself blaming the other person for their energy. So, for example, say you have a need or even a desire for somebody to, you know, for your partner to, like, I don't know, make plans for the weekend. And this person that you've been spending time with never makes plans, and you feel like you have to do it all. And perhaps when you were younger, you felt like people were not making plans and you had to do it all. Okay. Or that the wait for you to figure everything out was a lot. So stay with me. So when you get triggered by your partner, instead of fighting with them or blaming them for not being how you want them to be, consider asking them to get your need met. So you can ask them, will you make some plans for us? Now, if the person does not want to make plans, there's nothing you can do to make them want to make plans. So you may want to go a few steps underneath the plans request and make an agreement that it's okay to ask for your needs. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit deeper. The work of embodied spiritual awakening is deep. It is not something that is just driven by a visionary idea. It's real deep relationship dynamics that give you an opportunity to stir up those things that are asking to be seen, to be loved, and to be healed. So if you're looking for somebody to just meet you where you are and just love you for where you are no matter what, you may find that you're missing an opportunity to support someone to get their needs met or to ask for your needs to be met. And this is a big hindrance in dating. A lot of times people either don't know how to ask for their needs or they blame other people for not knowing what their needs are instead of consciously agreeing that the relationship is an opportunity to practice expressing things or asking for things that didn't get expressed or asked for at an earlier age. And in that way, you can both grow and learn how to really meet each other and one another's needs and feelings in a way that is mutually supportive, mutually uplifting, and healing. See, we all have the need to be seen and be heard and be understood. But if you are reacting to somebody in their request for expressing their needs and their feelings, that may be difficult for you because you're not used to asking for your needs or your feelings to be met. And so you blame the other person for expecting you to be a certain way instead of acknowledging that the relationship gives you an opportunity to get your needs met. Having your needs met helps to balance the emotional body so you can work with the higher chakras and be able to sustainably do healing work, connect with spirit, and then ground it into the body. If the lower chakras are being ignored, then when we're looking to relationships to help nurture us and to help us create and expand, then we can do it in a sustainable way. So I'm thinking about some people that I know that do, like women that do deep womb work and do deep excavating of the pain body. And it's very necessary to transmute and alchemize our needs and desires, especially for women, and for men to understand that women are deeply emotional. And a woman in her power, as she learns and grows what she feels and needs, can ask for her needs, as can men in touch with their inner, their yin or their feminine energy. Ask for your needs and desires to be met without blaming the other person for having them or saying your needs and desires are not something I could provide, so then you resent them. So in that case, the needs and desires might be better met in relationships, other relationships in your life. I love the spiritual relationship teacher, Allison Armstrong. She says women don't expect men to be hairy women, meaning don't expect your partner to necessarily be your girlfriend. Get your needs met for your girlfriend or communicate with your partner clearly what you need so they can know how to love you. I hope that this video is inspiring you and makes sense. Please understand that high frequency relationships require both physical, emotional healing in order to be the loving, bright, service-oriented potential that's available to you when you make a kismet connection with somebody, and that the emotional needs and the maturity of two adults can really be cultivated. Both your needs and your maturation journey can be cultivated together when you learn to ask for what you need from a place of grounded, authentic permission. And if you can't, then you might find yourself blaming the other person or fighting to get your needs met. And if you're fighting to get your needs met, then the other person isn't really going to be able to hear you or receive you or be able to meet you, because they're going to feel like you're blaming them, and the energy that you're putting out is going to block them from really receiving and feeling the authentic heart that's behind your request. So I can't wait to hear how this all lands for you. Feel free to reach out to me, Narayani Gaia .com/contact. Send me a message. If you want to hear more topics on conscious relationships, definitely let me know. And if you're struggling with really expressing your needs and getting your needs met in conscious relationships, consider booking a private session with me, narayanigaia.com/sessions. And that way we could start to get into the personal dynamics around how and where you may be blocking your own success in manifesting the intimate relationships that you desire. And I want you to know that I have 30 years experience navigating through conscious relationships, healing ancestral karma personally and professionally, and that I've seen people completely turn their lives around by manifesting relationships that nourish them at the deepest level. And so know that to nourish your own needs, that support is available for you, but you have to be willing to think and perceive differently instead of constantly needing to be right or to fight in order to get your needs met. And that a shift in conscious loving is absolutely available to you. And as a result, you'll experience a deep, authentic, sustainable connection and relationship that helps your soul to grow and also helps your heart to serve and love from a wider, stronger, more authentic place. Okay, I can't wait to hear how this all lands. Talk to you soon.